Uh-huh.
So when I don't feel it,
Now you're hitting it straight.
I forget if I'm doing it.
Yeah, and that's a good sign that it's getting ingrained. Right? So that's sweet. I like that. So here's that last driver swing. Look back at this first one. Did I do the summary for Jacob?
I don't recall.
I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did because I don't remember thinking about that grip stuff. All right, Jacob, if you want to come listen, you can. If you want to keep practicing, you can do that too. Whatever you'd like to do, buddy. So here's the first.
He'll send it to us, and you can listen to
Right,
it on the computer.
right. So here's the first swing today, Jacob, and here's this first swing from the other angle. And again, you kind of notice that your arms are doing a little funky thing there, but the good news is, man, that you're right up on top of that left foot, beautifully in balance, and that you got very accustomed to the right-left straight thing as you practiced the last couple months, and you got pretty good at it. And so that's helping you really control that club face and know what the good straight feel is when you're actually trying to hit it straight when you play. So that's a lot of good news. And so this is the big difference here. When you look at the tour players, remember, they're going to have that kink in their left wrist. They're going to see the black part of their glove, and that club, that lining on their club, straight on top of their club will go through the middle of their hand. And so you didn't have a kink in your left wrist. You didn't see the black part of your grip, of the glove, I mean. And the shaft, the line on the shaft there is going right up on the left side. In fact, you can almost see the black part of the club over here. So it's missing the left part of your hand. And so then you improve that. It looks more like that. Here's the new blue versus the old gold. And that looks more like the tour players. And then the good news is, bud, you can hit a ball with it. A lot of times it feels so weird people can't even hit a ball with it, but looks like every time you hit a ball with it tonight, since you learned that better grip, you know, at least you got it up kind of airborne out there somewhere pretty consistently. So that'll help you to hit it straighter. Okay? Again, any other questions did you come up with about that at all? Okay. And again, like I said, there are a million ways you can practice that at home, so you don't have to go out to the range to get used to it there, especially hitting the wiffle ball in the backyard. All right, so now, Dave, again, from that face-on angle, this is that first swing, and from the down-the-line angle, here's this first swing. So again, I'm really digging, but it's been 2 or 3 months since we've seen on the video together. You're just about dead on that plane line. So that's sweet. And then we saw that first batch start to the right nicely. And I like that a lot. And I said, but you know, it's still just a skosh above it, and you didn't hit those as solidly. And you said the last few weeks you haven't hit them as solidly as you did right after the lesson, when probably you were taking a bigger dosage of that medicine. And so then I said, bud, just take the same medicine. Bigger dosage gets on that plane line better. And sure enough, you nailed it on the very first try. And the ball flights responded. The next bat, see, that's significant right there. Even though it looks just a little bit off, that little bit right there is significant. See where this club head's right here. It's a little hard to see in the darkness here, but I mean that's, and then see now it's not underneath the line at all right after impact. A little bit hard to see again, but it's not. And when I move it, you can kind of see that it didn't get under the line there after impact, whereas over here it did. Right there. And so that's why that batch was weaker, whereas this batch over here, see your actually arms are extended a little better on the left. Yeah. See, and there's your better extension. So a lot of good things going on there, buddy. Same medicine, just a good bigger dosage. And then the 4-iron worked better for you. You got the ball flights better. And then the driver. And you saw like only 1 or 2 or 3 pull hooks at all off those longer clubs, the 4-iron or the driver. And again, we're looking at overall batches. That's the general tendency, you know, instead of just living and dying with each shot. A lot of good stuff going on there, man.
All right.
Just that driver you killed on the right. Jacob and I saw. But you just didn't quite get to enjoy the flight of it.
Yeah. Too dark. Sorry.
I didn't get to see it go, but I did see it
Land.
land. It was like right by the flag.
Yep, yep. Right down toward the middle. And again, like I said, I don't mind working on the same stuff because it helps. And the simpler you can keep it, it almost becomes like a security blanket, like Linus a blanket. So I have a million other things wrong with my swing, but man, if I can do this one thing, you know, I enjoy it because I know it'll help me play well. All right, stop there. Any other thoughts or questions?
Nope, I know what to work on.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlinks. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.